Neil Cavuto of Fox Business, who I usually despise, actually made a great point about the hypocrisy of both parties on the issue of whistleblowers and specifically leaks. So let's watch.
Let me see if I've got this right. So it is not the leaks, it's what leaked. But wait a minute. During the campaign, wasn't it just the opposite? Not what leaked, but who was behind the leak. Back then, Democrats and a very compliant media weren't talking about the stuff that got out, but who was behind getting that stuff out. Back then, a Democratic president decrying that mattered, and the Democratic candidate who wanted to be president decrying that mattered. Right now, a Republican president decrying the same thing, well, that does not matter. That doesn't make Republicans saints. But let's just say it proves Democrats can't say they're not sinners.
As I listened to him talk about that, I got mad that I didn't think of it first, because it's true. So what happened when we got the DNC leaks is the Democrats said, no, don't even talk about what's in the leaks. The substance of it is irrelevant. The fact that there were leaks is the real conversation here, and that's the problem here. And Russia, WikiLeaks, evil, bad. They try to pretend like all this stuff is illegal and people should be arrested. And the problem is the leaks themselves. Let's talk about the fact that there are leaks and how egregious that is, and don't talk about what's in the leaks. That's what the Democrats said. Now that there are leaks coming out of Trump's administration, the Democrats are saying, look at the substance we're learning from these leaks. Wait, what? You guys were just arguing the exact opposite. The substance is irrelevant. The problem is that there are leaks. So which is it? Do you think leaks are bad by definition and we all have to be angry and in unison oppose the leaks themselves? Or do you think, well, the leaks, it's the substance of the leaks that matter? Because when it affected you, you said, don't look at the substance. When it affects Trump, you go, look at the substance. But now the Republicans are a hypocrite in the other direction. So when it was the DNC leaks, Trump was out there on the campaign trail saying, I love WikiLeaks. The leaks are great. They're wonderful. They're tremendous. Believe me. Now that he's president, he just tweeted the other day, the real problem here is not what you're learning from these leaks, but that there are leaks in my administration. Sad. Wrong. Bad. So he's a hypocrite too, and the Republicans are hypocrites too. They flipped. Leaks were great under, Democrats when you learned about them, but now that it's happening under Republicans, leaks are evil and wrong and terrible. So this is such a great story because it gets to the heart of why I hate partisan politics. Because it's not based on the issues, it's not based on policy substance, it's not based on people being consistent and being principled and having a value system and sticking to it. It's all about what's convenient for me to argue right now. So, back when WikiLeaks was, exposed crimes under George Bush, Democrats loved it. Then when it was under Obama, Democrats hate it. Now that it's under Trump, WikiLeaks is trying to get his tax returns, for example. If WikiLeaks releases his tax returns, the Democrats will be right back to loving it. Now, again, same thing with Republicans. Under Bush, how dare you leak anything? You're so evil. Under Obama, these leaks are so important and they're vital for democracy. Under Trump, if they release his tax returns, they'll say, how dare you leak? This is a crime. So it's all about the partisan bickering and bullshit, which, by the way, I think turns off most people to politics. Because they look at it and they go, that is so gross. Like, all of you are just such hacks who are playing for a team that I'm not interested in being associated with you and being affiliated with you. So I just wanted to stop. Take a position and stick to it. Like me, I've always been on the side of leaks. Now, that doesn't mean, like, for example, are there very rare instances where I would say, don't leak that? Yes. Like the fucking nuclear launch codes. Or if somebody is trying to write the position of our troops on the battlefield, like right now, like when they're fighting. Okay, don't do that. Don't leak the fucking nuclear launch codes. There is such a thing as legitimate state secrets. Everybody agrees to that. So if somebody were to leak those things, I would say, terrible. Don't do that. But the government just uses top secret information and classified information and all that now when they feel like they've done something wrong and they're embarrassed and they want to cover it up, they just say, oh, and the public can't see this. Okay, well, wrong. We should see that because you're doing stuff with our money in our name. So we need transparency in government. That's the whole point of free democracies. So for most leaks, they're exposing things of the government that we should know about, which is why I support them. So I supported, Chelsea Manning, support Edward Snowden, support whistleblowers who are really exposing some bad stuff. And that's why I've never wavered on WikiLeaks. You might not like that they expose the corruption of the DNC because you're a Democrat, but they're exposing the corruption of the DNC, which is necessary. You might say, hey, an unintended consequence of that is helping Trump. But the real group you should be mad at is not WikiLeaks, it's the fucking DNC for being corrupt in the first place. So don't lose focus and be consistent and be principled. So, I've supported WikiLeaks. I supported The Guardian when they did the thing with Edward Snowden. I mean, it's all about transparency in government and exposing things that we should know anyway. Now, if that's violated, that's a different thing. But you see here clear hypocrisy from the Democrats and the Republicans, all based on partisan political gain.